Hey everybody, this is Ron from the High School Sports Wrap with Ron Robert, powered by SFBN, and now we're the SportsFanBaseNetwork.com, and we're doing this new show, and it's called Ocean State Athlete Spotlight, and we're here at Primal Athlete Training Center, and we are going to do this is our first show, and we have some great guests tonight, Braden Dolbazian and Jack Halstead from Bishop Hendricken High School, both baseball players, and they both actually work out here at Primal. So we're going to talk to these guys a little bit, and I just wanted to introduce them. This is Braden. How you doing, Braden?
Good, how are you? Good, how are you?
So, Braden, why don't you tell us about your baseball career at Hendricken so far?
I came in as a freshman and wanted to make the freshman baseball team. I made it. We won the state championship. Wanted to come back next year, make the team again. Then we made the state championship again, and then next year I hope to make the team again and make it 3 years in a row.
Right. That's great. So we're passing the baton here. But so now what I'd like to do is have you talk a little bit about, your training here at Primal and, how you think it's helped you in your career at Hendricken so far, and what you think that working out here will do for you in the future. I mean, you're a 2019, right? So you're a junior this year. So you got a couple good solid years of high school to go, and then, maybe whatever you might want to do after that. So why don't you let us know what, Primal means to you, what you've been doing here, and how you think it's helping you out.
Primal means a lot to me. It's been making me stronger, helping me accomplish my goals of playing baseball at Hendricken, and it's hopefully going to make me improve my skills in baseball and get stronger to play my game.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, I feel like, Braden knows what he's talking about when he's coming down here, and definitely has a good future at Hendricken, especially, in his baseball career. So now we're going to jump over to Jack Halstead. Jack is no stranger to the mic. He is the announcer for the football games down at Hendricken, which is fantastic. And Jack also plays baseball at Hendricken and attends Primal. So we're going to let Jack talk a little bit about, his career at Hendricken so far. We could talk about baseball, talk about how you announce the football games. That's a great thing. And, tell us about, what you do at Primal and how you think it's going to help you in your career.
Thank you. I mean, I want to say first, much like Braden, I played on the JV state championship team last year. Unlike Braden, though, my first year here, I wasn't the most physically fit. I wasn't really ready for high school. So when I got freshman team, I got cut. And that's what really inspired me to come to Primal. My mom found it on Facebook, ironically. So we came to Primal. I loved it. I've taken off with it. I've ended up losing 40 pounds since February, which really helped me make the Hendricken team, and it ended up putting me on that state championship team to catch and to end up helping win the state championship for the first time ever in my career. And then on the other side, with the microphone, not only do we call the football, this is great for me to plug the Hawk Sports Network too. Not only do we call the football games, we call the soccer games, we call the hockey games, we call the basketball games that come up in the winter. Pretty much any varsity game we can get our hands on. We want to get as much hands-on experience as we can. We have next Friday the 3rd, we have a football game coming up. That'll be a great time. It'll be on Facebook if you're looking for it. But it's something I really want to do with myself going forward. And on the baseball side of it, Primal's a double down. It really helps me in terms of building character, building confidence, and building on that strength to play baseball in the future.
Well, that's a mouthful, right? So this guy knows what he's talking about. It's pretty awesome that we're able to kind of highlight your school, highlight the sport that you guys do, and talk about the Hendricken Sports Network. So I'd like you to give it a little bit of a plug. Give it a little bit of a plug. Why don't you tell people what it's about? They can also watch games on YouTube as well and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead.
So that's correct. We live stream games straight from the field right to YouTube. If you type in Bishop Hendricken High School, you'll see it come up. We try to do, right now the fall season's ending, so we have one more playoff game for soccer, one more playoff game for football, and then we'll have a little bit of a hiatus until we go into the winter sports. Then we start doing 2-3 games a week. We'll have basketball, we'll have hockey. Going into the spring, we're going to do baseball, lacrosse. We're going to try and get one of those portable microphones out on the golf course, see if you can do that, and if you can hear us, we're going to have to be quiet. But it's certainly something we can use more hands-on. No, we can't have enough people there. We had 4 people last year, and we were only able to do 4 or 5 games. So now that we've got 20 people, we can, do as many games as possible. We can do everything from having a sideline guy to having as many guys in the booth as we want. So the Hawk Sports, it's really brought me out of my shell last year too, and I found something I really think is my calling. So it's great for me in the future.
Okay, that's awesome. I think that this is going to be a great show for a couple different high schools that we have with some representation here today, and also it's going to be great for Primal because they do a lot of great things for kids. I mean, obviously it's a gym and people pay to come here, but there's a lot of heart and soul that goes into this place. Owner Matt Ellis really puts a lot of care into his athletes, and it's good to promote the brand. So I just want to thank you guys for the interview. We got it seems short, but it actually it went well, and we have a lot of athletes waiting to come on and talk today on the Ocean State Athlete Spotlight, and we have Braden Dobasian and Jack Halstead from Bishop Hendricken High School, baseball, and Hawk Sport Network. So thanks for watching the interview, and thank you guys for being on, and we will be right back. Thanks. We are here with Cameron Adamak and Nate Sharp. Now, Cameron's from Bishop Hendricken High School. Nate is from Smithfield High School, which is awesome because I tried to get Smithfield High School on my radio show so many times, and it was really difficult to get these guys out there, but here we are. I finally got a Smithfield representative, so that's great. And I want to talk to these guys a little bit about their sporting career in high school, what they're doing, and also, their time here at Primal Athlete Training Center in Cranston, Rhode Island. I just wanted to say welcome to Cameron and Nate. How you guys doing? All right. And I'm going to give the mic over to Cameron a little bit. I want Cameron to kind of highlight his career at Hendricken, what he's been doing so far, and what he thinks Primal's done for him, and moving forward, how he thinks it's going to help him progress to the next level in his sport. So take it away, Cameron. Here you go, buddy.
So my freshman year of high school was definitely a rough transition, but in terms of a hockey standpoint, Primal got me really prepared for that aspect of it, the strength aspect of it. Now, over the summer of going into sophomore year, I started training here more frequently, so instead of 2 times a day, maybe 3-4 times a week, I should say, and it's taken me to a whole nother level. My strength in my legs, my upper body has improved tremendously from freshman year, and I feel like that's going to put me above other sophomores athletically this year. And even in terms of baseball, because the upper body, we have like a specific shoulder rehab plan here at Primal, and that really helps you with your throwing power, and squatting, that helps you with your leg power. So overall, it helps you throw faster if you're a pitcher, and even fielding in general. Like, it gives you a stronger arm if you're throwing it across the diamond or turning a double play, whatever you have to do.
Great. So, if you don't know who Cameron is, Cameron was a freshman on the Hendricken Varsity State Championship hockey team last year, which is an amazing feat, and part of the state championship freshman baseball team. So Cameron's got some good things happening for him right here, right now, and especially he's proud of the school he goes to, and he loves working out here at Primal. And I feel like this is only going to help him get better and move forward in his career. So one thing I wanted to ask you, Cameron, is to describe what was it like being on that state championship hockey team last year. Now, you're a freshman on the varsity hockey team. Tell me what it was like winning that state title.
Well, first of all, obviously gonna get a little teased by the seniors and the upperclassmen, but that's just all part of the fun. But winning the championship was a great experience for my first year. I mean, I already accomplished my high school goal of winning a state championship, so now it's time to win 4 more. But overall, just being with those seniors last year, being with the kids overall, it was really fun, really intense, especially against LaSalle. Swept them in the championship. Doesn't get better than that.
Come here, give me this. What about what about baseball? So go ahead. I want you to be able to do this too. So now you're on the. Now this is your freshman year, and you guys win the freshman state championship in baseball. You're with your friends and your peers, and what was that like for you?
Overall, so for freshmen, it's a freshman baseball team, and I was pretty close with most of the kids on that team. And you can kind of connect more to those kids, and I really built a bond with those kids that I'll probably keep for the rest of my high school career. But, I mean, it was really fun, and I feel like freshman baseball really prepares you for the next level because the coaches, not easy on you. It's just a really tough year to go through. Lots of sprints, lots of practice, 3.5-hour practices every day. and it's very tough. You know, we took trips up to Massachusetts to really bond and prepare us for other teams that we played against. So overall, it was a great experience.
Awesome. Well, I mean, obviously, Cameron Adamak here, he's having a good time at Hendricken. He's having some success, and he's proud of his teammates, and that's a great thing. And team unity, one of the big things that we promote on all our shows, but here as well. So, congratulations on your career so far, Cameron.
Thank you.
All right, next we got Nate sitting over here, and he's like put in the corner. That doesn't mean he's in trouble. We got Nate Sharp over here, Smithfield High School. Nate's a senior this year, and Nate's been he's a 4-year wrestler, and now he's also doing track and field, and he's throwing the javelin. So Nate also attends Primal Athlete Training Center, and we want Nate to talk a little bit about his career and how he feels that coming to a specialized training center like this one has helped him move forward. So here you go, Nate. Take it away. It's your mic.
Well, this isn't the first training center I've been to. I went to last year. I went to Next Level Athlete Training Center in Johnston, and they had a program similar to this, but I mean it's nothing really like this. They had like a small group of people that they trained, and there was a small group, but it was, like I said, it was nothing really like this. I came here. I found out about this place in this past July, right after I went to a wrestling camp in Pennsylvania at Lycoming College, and I really wanted to be a lot stronger this year for the wrestling season, and I've been coming here 5 days a week since I want to say maybe late August, early September. I've been coming here 5 days a week. All summer I was coming in 3 days a week, and then as it came closer to the wrestling season, I wanted to, up the ante a little bit. So, Wednesdays I do cardio and, start off the week. I squat, then bench, then cardio, then deadlift, then Friday I do shoulders. So today I'm doing shoulders. But, so this year I'm a captain. So, yeah, pretty good stuff.
All right. Awesome. So, captain of the wrestling team, Smithfield High School, D2, and so what I want Nate to do is to talk a little bit about his career. Now he's a senior, so he's been doing this for 4 years. Let us know about your career in wrestling, how that's gone. How you've done in your tournaments. What's it been like, being part of the Smithfield wrestling team? Everyone has a lot of endearment for their schools and their coaches, and this is your chance to let people know what's going on over there in Smithfield and what you're proud of being a part of. And then then tell us what made you decide to throw the javelin this year. That's pretty great. I mean, it's kind of, is it out of left field, or is it something you've always wanted to do? So here, take it away.
Well, first off, I think the javelin was just kind of an out of left field kind of thing. I wanted to do another sport. I was kind of just tired of just doing one sport. I figured, might as well do 2 sports, just see how that works out. So yeah, this year I'm gonna do javelin, and I mean, it just looks like a fun sport in general. I mean, you like sprint down the field, and then you're throwing a spear. I mean, like you can't get much better than that. Yeah. But my wrestling career has been a little shaky at times. It's been interesting though. My freshman year, I won my first match I ever wrestled in, so that was good. I still remember that whole match, the way it played out. I only knew like 2 or 3 things at the time. Just like shoot a double, sprawl, underhooks, things like that. So that's right off the whistle. I shot a double and it worked, and then I just really kept the kid in underhooks for 3 periods, and somehow I won. And funny thing is, I didn't even know I won. When the match ended, I started to just walk off the mat, and then my team told me, it was like, "What are you doing? You won." And then I went back over, and the ref raised my arm and everything. I was very surprised, very, very surprised. But I was out most of my freshman year with a shoulder injury, so this is technically my 3rd full year wrestling. Sophomore year, I wrestled 138, and I wasn't too experienced, so it was pretty much like freshman year all over again. Last year was really my breakout year, and I wrestled hard, and I won quite a few matches, and now this year I'm one of the captains.
Well, that was interesting. I love how it all comes together for you, Nate. Nate's like, I didn't even know I won. He's like, I was just happy. He's a great guy. But that's awesome. And now, somewhat, now, did you ever wrestle before high school? So Nate never wrestled before high school. He came into high school, started his career in wrestling. Now it's a senior. He's a captain. Looking to have a great season. And I'm sure that working out and your specific training that you've been doing must have helped, right?
Yeah, the training really does help. Like I said, over the summer, I've gained a good 20 pounds in muscle. So, I mean, that's it's going to be kind of a big weight jump, but I don't think it's nothing I can't handle. Right now, I'm weighing like around 170-ish. Last season, I wrestled 145. So it's pretty big jump. But yeah. But I mean, I've seen a bigger jump last year. There was one of our captains. He wrestled like 195, and the year before he wrestled 152. So big jumps are kind of, I guess, maybe something Smithfield does. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Well, look, these guys had a great interview. A lot of good stuff happening over here, and you're at Bishop Hendricken. You're at a private school. You're at Smithfield. You're at a public school. Great athletes everywhere in Rhode Island, and they're all working hard to try and be as successful as they can possibly be. So I just wanted to say thank you to Cam and thank you to Nate for the interview today. They did a great job, and stay tuned, because we're going to be right back, and we're going to come on with a couple more great interviews here at Primal. Then we're going to talk to Matt a little bit as well. Okay, so I wanted to give the mic to Gianna here and let Gianna kind of talk about her experience here at Primal, and also about her accomplishments with the hammer throw and what she's been able to do here in Rhode Island and at Ponteganza High School. So here you go, Gianna, take it away.
Thank you. So I originally came to Primal because Meg came here because she was originally a basketball player, and a lot of basketball players came here. So since we're training partners, I heard about it through her. And we have a weight room at our school that we lifted at, but I started coming here in the summer because just to train like in the off season. And then it's really nice to come here because everyone's working really hard, and it motivates you to like be better and like work as hard as you can, because at the weight room at school, like there's people out there in there working out, but like no one is like really serious about it like we are, and like we're always pushing each other to do the best we can do. And it's just nice having like a training partner to like push you and like help you get better. Primal's been great because we like can tell him what we need to do for our specialty, and he helps us and trains us, and it's just nice to come here. Like I look forward to coming here every 3 days a week to work out, and it's a good experience. I like lifting and working out. It's just fun to me, and just like knowing I'm gonna get like better by doing these things helps a lot. So yeah, and then my track accomplishments so far, my first track accomplishment I had was All New England my sophomore year in the weight. And then I originally went into nationals. I wasn't even ranked at all. And then I was a sophomore. And then I just threw to like get used to it for my senior and junior year, so that way I would have some experience. And then I ended up placing fourth, and that was my first time I became All-American in the weight throw. And then like from there on, like I knew it was serious. Like I quit soccer the next year of high school so I could train during the off season. I then again became All-American in my outdoor season of my sophomore year, throwing the hammer in All New England. And like throughout that time, I was like all class, all division, things like that. And then my junior year, I became All-American again in the weight throw. I came second at New Balance Nationals, and I was All New England and all division, all class. And that was the first time I was all-state, because in Rhode Island it's like really competitive. So I was all-state in the weight throw this past year. And then I went to New Balance Nationals. I was actually on the U.S. team this May, and we went to Cuba to compete in the Caribbean Interscholastic Invitational. And it was a really good experience because it was like really different. Like I was competing against like other countries, and these other countries had their Olympic teams there. Like it was really a big deal. So one athlete from every event, boy and girl, was chosen to go, and I was chosen, and I got to go there and compete. And then I came back, and it was just like difficult to like get back on track after being in Cuba, having to train there, just like a different lifestyle kind of. And then like nationals was only like a week and a half after that, so like I was a little off. Like I had my peak right like literally 2 days before nationals, and then I was just so like tired after that. Like it hit me hard because I think I overtrained a little. So that's part of the reason why I started coming here, so I could get my training back on track. And yeah, so I came in fourth at New Balance Nationals this year, which wasn't my best because I was ranked like 1 and 2 all year. Same as indoor nationals, I was ranked 1, and then the girl who beat me, that was the first time she beat me all season. So like she deserved it because she had like a 5-foot PR. But yeah, I just do my best wherever I am. So yeah, that's my season this far.
So it's pretty amazing, and you didn't know that there were athletes like that, like Gianna out there. I mean, I feel like this is kind of why we do this show. Gianna goes to Ponteganza High School, and she's an international athlete at the hammer throw, and you really wouldn't hear about her all that often. And Rhode Island, like I said, Rhode Island doesn't get a lot of recruitment and a lot of looks, and it just doesn't get a lot of press, and we got to get our amazing student athletes out there in front of everybody. So thanks for Gianna for the interview, and that's some great accomplishments. Now we have Meg Cook, and Meg is starting this whole venture into the field and hammer throw, right? And weight. So there's a couple things that you guys talk about, because you know what you're talking about when you say she has a PR, and you talk about the winter weight in the winter, right? So a lot of people out there don't know that. So maybe, Meg, what you could do is enlighten people on what that kind of means in the track and field world, and then let us know what you've been doing in high school, and how you'd like to see your senior year go for you, and what it's like working out here at Primal.
I first started in high school playing basketball. I really love the sport. My friend actually got me to come here because she was also a basketball player, and we just love training here because the atmosphere, everybody works hard. And then we got Gianna to come here, and she's just a great athlete. And slowly, as basketball season went on, I kept hearing about how Gianna was doing so good, and we trained during the spring season outdoor. And I really wanted to get better with the weight, so I decided just to drop basketball and to do the weight, and it was a great transition. It's awesome training with her because she's worked so hard, and you get to see the accomplishments throughout the season, how hard work pays off. Throughout the season, we started training a little bit early, just being in the gym, getting the footwork down and stuff like that. And then when meet time comes, you obviously want to do really well. You can really see throughout the season, as you work hard, your distances get further. And as Gianna mentioned, PR, she peaked near the end of the season.
By the way, a PR is personal record, so just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, personal record. As the season goes on, you throw further, you get better records. Each meet you strive to throw further and ultimately just do your best while having a good attitude. We train here during the off season. Last year during indoor, we trained just at our school gym. We like coming here because everybody works hard. You get a good workout in, and it's also good to have a partner to work out with who gives it 100% and just works hard. So it's awesome having a partner who's very accomplished and somebody who wants to work hard.
Now, go ahead and tell everybody about what you're looking to do in your senior year.
Senior year, I really want to do well this upcoming indoor season throwing the weight. I want to see big improvements. Last year was my first year throwing indoor, so it kind of got into it. This year I want to see kind of bigger improvements because I know a little bit more about what I'm doing, and we've been working hard, so hopefully we see some good accomplishments.
All right, great.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that Meg has been doing a really great job, but hammer is a sport that it takes years to learn. There's little technicalities that if you mess up something that's really small, it could throw off the entire throw. So it's not something that you can just catch on and be good. It's something you have to work at. So like Meg said, last year was her first indoor season. So this year she's as she does more repetitions, she's definitely going to get better, because it's just one of those things where as of anything where practice makes perfect, but especially this, because it just takes years to learn and get good at and get it all down. So yeah.
All right. Okay. So if you're from Ponagansett High School, because we're obviously going to be posting this up and sharing it. If you're from Ponagansett High School, you need to be proud of these two young ladies. I mean, they obviously love each other, first of all, and but they these are hidden gems in the state of Rhode Island that people wouldn't know about. Hey everyone, Ron Robert with the High School Sports Wrap with Ron Robert, powered by SFBN, the Sports Fan Base Network. And I'm sitting here with Sarah Mitchell from Prout. And Sarah is going into her junior year at Prout, and this will be her fifth year throwing the shot put. And, she comes here to Primal Athlete Training Center for a couple really good reasons. We're going to let her talk about that. But she's had a lot of success in the state of Rhode Island at shot put, and again, only being a junior, so she's got a couple good years ahead of her, and who knows where that'll take her. But I just want to say hi. How you doing, Sarah?
Good. How are you? All
right, and I'm going to hand the mic over to Sarah Mitchell right now, and she's going to let everybody know about what she did at Prout and her accomplishments, where she went to middle school, and how long she's been at Primal and what she thinks it's doing for her, and some stuff about her. We got to get to know Sarah Mitchell. So here you go, Sarah.
Hi. I go to Prout in South County. I have been throwing shot put for 5 years. I'm currently third in the state for indoor and outdoor shot. I hold the record at Prout for indoor and outdoor shot. I've been training at Primal for almost 2 years, and yeah.
And she drives all the way from South County to come here, correct?
Yes.
All right. And why do you do that?
Because I really feel like this place is super beneficial to me, and it's going to make me do the best that I can in my event. And it makes me stronger, and the support that I get here is like no other. It's great.
So, I mean, obviously, if she's driving all the way from South County to come up here, she's getting a lot out of it. And, I think Sarah's a little nervous. All right, it's okay, though. It's okay. And, because she's probably being a little modest. And, she's obviously a record holder at Prout, and I'm sure that everyone at your school's proud of you. And, I know your athletic director pretty well, and I'm sure he's proud of you. Mike, right? Traffic Conte. How you doing, Mike? And so, Sarah, what kind of specialized training do you get here as well? So I know you do I know you do working out and you do strength training, but what kind of specialized training do you get for your shot put event?
Well, once it comes time to championship season, like states and stuff, we work more on being fast and not lifting heavy weights, so we're not tired. So we'll work on being fast so we can get across the circle and really explode.
Okay. There you go. So, so now you know who Sarah Mitchell is, from Prout, down in South County. Third in the state last year as a sophomore, throwing the shot put. So I'm sure this isn't the last we're going to hear of Sarah. And, also, holding the record at Prout for shot put. So pretty amazing stuff. So thanks for coming on, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right. Sarah Mitchell. And, again, this is Ron from the High School Sports Wrap with Ron Robert, powered by SFBN. And we'll stay tuned. We got more coming. Thanks. Hey, everybody. This is Ron from the High School Sports Wrap with Ron Robert. We're filming the first Ocean State Athlete Spotlight Show here at Primal Athlete Training Center. I'm here with owner Matt Ellis. And, we had some awesome athletes, and it's been great. It's been great, and some really unique stuff going on. And you can see what's going on in the background. Everyone's working out, and this place looks hopping. And every athlete so far that we've talked to, it's not just that they come here to work out. I mean, everybody is not only into the sport that they do, but they really love it here, and they're really into it. So I wanted to give Matt a minute or two to talk about his gym. let people know what he's all about and how we can get in contact with Matt if you're interested in coming down. So how you doing, Matt? Give you the mic.
Doing good, thanks.
Right.
Yeah, big thing that I would say about the gym is the number one question when parents call and they ask about training here is they always want to know, well, my son is just an average athlete. My daughter's just an average athlete. Are they allowed to train there? And my answer to them is always the same. It's always, well, if we just trained state champions, if we just trained, someone who's a 9 out of 10, if we just trained kids who were going to college on full scholarships, we would have been out of business years ago. We can't do that. Right. We have to take the athletes who are, they all have a story. They all have a chip on their shoulder. It's, I got cut from the freshman team, but I want to make junior varsity next year. I got cut from the middle school team. I want to make the high school team next year. Or I should have been a starter, but I was sitting the bench and I want to be a starter. Those are the kind of kids that come here. Those are the kind of athletes that we're passionate about working with. And, really that's what this gym was founded on. It was founded on taking kids that don't have coaches, kids that don't have strength coaches at their school, that don't have a gym at their school, that have never done a squat before, have never done any type of working out before. That's who we love to work with.
Right. Awesome. Well, I mean, that shows in the athletes that we've just interviewed because they're really, passionate about, Matt and the training that they get here. And, you heard a couple of them talk about guidance. And that was really big with me because I feel like a lot of the younger kids nowadays, can go work out on their own, but they don't get much guidance. You want to talk about that for a quick second and what they mean by getting guidance here?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that we want to stress to the athletes is that there's a right way and a wrong way. If you look at just the fitness industry in general, you have like stay-at-home moms, they squat. Bodybuilders squat. Weightlifters squat. Powerlifters squat. Athletes squat. They're all doing the same movement, but the amount of sets that they do, the repetitions that they do, the amount of weight that they should be doing, how fast the bar should be moving, what time of year to do all that stuff. That's the underlying thing that people don't realize is that there's timing to this. It's like baking a cake. You have to add the ingredients at the right time or it's not going to come out well. So the biggest thing that we try to stress is if you're in season, if you're off season, if you are just kind of starting out and you've never done this before, or if you've been doing it in the high school for 2 or 3 years and you just need more guidance, that's what this is about. You can go squat anywhere. You can go bench press anywhere. You could probably have the stuff at home in your basement. But if you don't know how to use the tools, how to use the equipment, when to do certain movements, you're never going to end up reaching the full potential that you possibly could be. Yeah. So it's really, for us, it's about timing. It's about making sure athletes peak for the right time of year, making sure athletes are doing the right things during the right time of year. That way, when they finish up their season, they're finishing on a high, they're finishing with PRs, they're finishing peaking instead of being tired and exhausted and injured toward the playoffs.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess he answered the question for you. Why you need this specialized training and how it helps you move forward with your athletic career. And also, again, the guidance piece, I think it's huge, and a lot of parents like myself appreciate that also because your kids are in a safe environment. They're in an environment that they're learning and that they're actually taking care of their body, not just pushing their body all the time. So I feel like that's what I see out of a lot of the athletes that come here as well. So Matt, let everybody know how to get in contact with you. If they're interested in the gym, how should they reach out?
Best way to reach out is just to give me a call on the phone. We're kind of old-fashioned here. We do email and text message and all that stuff. But if you have questions, call me on the phone. We'll pick up, get the phone right to me, and I'll answer everything for you. So the phone number is 401-378-8585. You can go to our website as well. It's Primal ATC, like Athlete Training Center, primalatc.com. And again, just reach out to us, even if you're not sure, if you're nervous, if your son or your daughter are coming off an injury, physical therapy, whatever it might be. Most of the time they want you doing some type of strength training. Give us a shout. That's our specialty. That's who we work with. We'll be able to help you out and get you to that next level.
Fantastic. All right, so this has been a great set of interviews, a great time here with Matt with the Ocean State Spotlight. We will be on iTunes. We have the sportsfanbasenetwork.com that will be airing the show on Monday night at 7. Also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we'll have clips of the show. And so there's so many ways for you to be able to come and see your favorite athletes, hear what they have to say, and give them a little plug. And it's really good for these kids because, like I said, there were some kids here that you may never have heard of before, and that's kind of the goal of the show. So, again, this is Ron Robert from the High School Sports Wrap with Ron Robert, powered by SFBN and the SportsFanBaseNetwork.com. Thanks.